so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, race number 3 of the World of Thunder Racing League. It is now time for the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series here at the Hots Nationals, here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Chris Nunn. It's Chris. We get set for qualifying here on the program, and boy, these drivers, well, they've got to make it count because they've only got one lap.
One lap indeed, and I'll tell you what, if tonight, if this race is anything like the Pro Late Model race we just saw just a bit ago, we are in for a treat tonight.
Yeah, that indeed we are. BJ Duvall on screen has gone second quick, make that third now with a 12.884. Man, just looking at some of the other names in here again, we're seeing a lot of those pro drivers getting in preparation for tomorrow night's race. There's Evan C on screen. I just seen we've got Alex Bergeron in the house as well. So, man, we are stacked once again here at the Hots Nationals for the Super Late Models.
It's crazy the amount of talent we have here in these races. Evan C goes to the top of the charts. Alex Bergeron into that second position. Tanner Tomasi runs third. Here's Kendall Tucker. He'll try to put himself into the top 10 here with the lap.
Just waiting for that lap to come up for Kendall Tucker as we take a look at some other drivers on the racetrack. Dylan Wilson in car number 80 for D1RT Racing. Had a pretty good night so far. We'll see where he goes. Deep in the mid-pack, 17th quick with a 12.857. Blake Brown on screen, 6th quick with a 12.769.
The laps being put up. Evan C, Bergeron, Mcswain, Tomasi, Tucker, Blake Brown. We have got a murderer's row here tonight here in the Super Late Models. Haydn Cardwell sitting 11th quick, 12.811 at the moment.
And that will be qualifying done and dusted here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park. Let's take a look at those official results here. Evan C for Victory Lane Racing. TeamVLR.com goes quick time with a 12.583. Alex Bergeron second quick, Zach Mcswain, Tanner Tomasi, Kendall Tucker, and Blake Brown, your top 6. They will all have pole position in our 6 heat races here. As we get set for heat race number 1, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Evan C is going to be your pole center, and the number 33 machine outside of him is going to be Dylan Hauser.
Inside your second row, position number 3, that'll be Blake Cannon, and BJ Duvall in car 32 for Team Outlaw Motorsports will start position number 4.
3 on the inside, going to be Mason Clark in the 14 machine. Outside of him, Jimmy Emery in that 4 machine.
Then we go back to Swindle Speed Labs. Adam Elby will line up at a position number 7, and Jennifer Hans will start position number 8.
Row number 5 on the inside, Dustin Sizemore, the Speed Incorporated $1 Million Motorsports number 11, and Alan Bergen rounding out the field in 45.
All right, 6 heat races on the program. Again, another full survey here tonight. 60 cars for what is round number 3, I believe, here tonight. The Hodds Nationals presents the DirtFan.com Super Late Model Series, and you know, I know back in a couple of weeks' time, Chris, we go back to where we were last week at Lernerville, and from what we've seen, or what we just witnessed in the Pro Late Models, man, you hope we're going to get some sort of similarity when it comes to the finish.
Tell you what, man, that race was absolutely bonkers, especially the finish, man. This you got to feel for Dylan Wilson after and out of that one. But he got $50, so we heard.
Yeah, Dylan Hauser offering, Dylan Hauser offered up that money, and you know, hats off to Dylan, you know, owning up to that mistake and you know, giving that money to him. Here we go. Green flag is out. Let's take a look at heat race number 1, Evan C. Dylan Hauser. They'll race side by side. Cannon going to now move into position 3, but here comes Hauser on the outside of Evan C.
They come out of turn number 4. Evan C, your leader. Dylan Hauser up in that second spot. 4 pro licenses here in this race. As we take a look through the field, so 4 out of 6, not bad. Or 4 out of 10, excuse me, not bad. Evan C, Hauser, Duval right now. Your top 3 is only 3 transfer.
Keeping an eye on the number 1 and 2 spot right now. Is C going to slide up in front of Hauser. Hauser turns it underneath him down the back straight. They'll make a little contact going down into turn 3. No harm, no foul. They keep it going. So they both keep it in the point direction. 3 down, 5 to run. Hauser's got to run on the top side. C going to slide up, but Hauser back to the inside down the back straightaway.
They come into turn number 3 and 4. Hauser slides up out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. They are side by side. C and Hauser duking it out, trading that spot back and forth. Blake Cannon now into that 3rd position. Here as they roll. We're going to come to get 3 laps to go this time by.
And it's been all Evan C out in front at the moment as Hauser now drops to the low side through turn number 1 and 2. Cannon trying to fend off a challenge from Jim Emery for that 3rd and final transfer position. But as I say that, Cannon throws a big dive bomb there on Dylan Hauser. That will open up the door for Jim Emery. They'll make contact down into turn number 1 and 2, and BJ says, thank you very much, he'll take 3rd, but not for long because here comes Cannon back to the inside.
And then back to the inside, slides up in front of Duval. Brett, does Duval have what it takes to slide himself into the show here? He's into the 3rd spot. We'll see what he's made of here, coming down the backstretch into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, he'll stick it to the bottom of the racetrack. C wins at Hauser, and at the line. Oh my God, BJ made it.
He's got it.
BJ made it.
He's got it. Man, that's going to...
Set of the century.
That is going to do. He's confident. An absolute world of good. Heat race number 1 results coming up on screen. Evan C, Dylan Hauser. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, don't need to rub those eyes together. BJ Duval comes home in position number 3, locking himself into the 50-lap main event. Heat race number 2 cars on the racetrack right now.
On the pole, we are going to see the number 12 machine. That is Alex Bergeron. Outside of him, Nick Cooper in the number 35.
Brian Wayant Jr. will start position number 3, and Kevin Deadman going to roll off at a position number 4.
Yeah, Adam Humberting in the number 5 spot. Outside of him, Benji Killian in 75.
Austin Matthews going to roll off at a position number 7, and KD Loudy at a position number 8.
Miles Jansen and Jack Weaver will round out the field. And tell you what, I gotta ask him a question. I'm gonna move him into the booth here. We got BJ Duvall in the booth here. BJ, who was driving your car in that last heat race?
I plead the 5th.
I reckon McMillan was in that race car.
Oh, good job, BJ. We had to give you some crap.
Thank you very much. I'm not going to lie. I'm shaking after that, racing with drivers of that level.
Are you going to give him a compliment before we send him back?
No.
All right, back you go.
Thanks, guys.
I got to figure out where to send him. Race control. There we go. I'm new to this whole admin thing here.
All right, so 8 pro licensed drivers so far to contest the opening couple of heat races. Another 4 here in heat race number 2. Alex Bergeron, Nick Cooper. And well, there's a name that it's nice to see back here in the World of Thunder Rising League and Ultimate Dirt TV channels, Alex Bergeron. Here we go. 8 laps on the board. Heat race number 2.
Go into turn number 1 and 2. Alex Bergeron, near leader, out of turn number 2 down that back straightaway. Nick Cooper into that second spot. Wyatt and Deadman. Deadman going to try to thread the needle there coming out of turn number 4. He sits back there in that 4th spot.
Yeah, Humberting, meanwhile, was running on the bottom side. He's moved up to position number 2. Wyatt back to 3rd. Then he go back to Deadman and Cooper to round out the top 5. Here comes Deadman after Wyatt Jr. down into 1 and 2. Cooper in the black number 1 machine in position 5. And again on the outside looking in, but so is Kevin Deadman. Trying to put that Dirty Grass Souls, the O Blossom entry into the show.
They come into turn number 1 and 2. It's Humberting in second. Wyatt, Cooper, Deadman has fell back to the 5th spot. As they roll down that back straightaway, here they come. Turn 4, good multiple group racetrack we've got here tonight.
Yeah, track is in mint condition at the moment. It's only going to slicken off as we see the heat races progresses. And then don't forget, we've still got 3 12-lap B mains to come before our 50-lap main event. As Humberting still holds on to position number 2 in the black, green and white number 42 machine. Brian Wayne Jr. in the 88 trying to work upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. Laps ticking down for the cocky Canadian of Alex Bergeron. 2 to run.
Out of turn number 2 they go down the back straightaway. They'll get the white flag this time by Bergeron out front. Humberting in that 2nd spot. Wyatt, Cooper, Kevin Deadman back there in that 5th position. White flag in the air. Final time around down the backstretch.
Into turn number 3 and 4, Alex Bergeron going to make it a clean set of heels here in heat race number 2. He is victorious. Following him home in 2nd spot and picking up 3 positions in the process. Adam Humberting in car number 42 going to come home 2nd, and Brian Wayne Jr. going to come home in that 3rd and final transfer spot. Everybody else from 4th all the way through to 10th, well, they'll find them locked into one of 3 B mains. As heat race number 3 cars making their way onto the racetrack right now.
On the pole, we're going to see Zach Mcswain in the number 25 machine. Outside of him, it's going to be Brent Carter in 69.
Inside your 2nd row, position 3, that'll be the 15 of Mason Crawford. He's outside, car 17 of Aaron Kitchen.
3 on the inside, the youngster Ryan Underwood in the number 46 machine. Outside of him, Curtis Upoff in the 129.
Then we go back to row number 4. That'll be Tanner Folds in the 015 out of position 7. And Landon Caps lines up out of position number 8.
Position 9. Row 5 on the inside. Stephen Turbeville outside of him. Bo Krebs in the number 68.
All right, another 10 cars in heat race number 3. So we've had 8 pro drivers so far. We had another 2, so no surprise to see we are 3 heat races in, and we're already seeing double digits here, Chris.
It's telling you what, we are the place to be on Sunday nights, and it's going to be that way for the next 6 or 7 weeks.
Place to be on Wednesday nights as well with those
the 87 Cup cars.
Yep. Heat race number 3. We're about to let them loose here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Green flag is out. Zach Mcswain straight to the top side. Carter follows him in as here comes Crawford up on the inside. Crawford momentarily going to move into 2nd spot, but Carter working back to the top side through turn number 3 and 4. Your races for 2nd and 3rd.
Zach Mcswain still your leader. Carter in 2nd. Crawford back in the 3rd spot. They're going to go side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Ryan Underwood, he's creeping up back there in that 4th position as, 2 cars just running on top of each other. You see that?
Yeah, some connection issues there for the 17 of Aaron Kitchen, but now Ryan Underwood, he moved back to the inside. He'll look to throw the slider there on Aaron Kitchen, but Kitchen gets into the back of him as Brent Carter having some problems in that number 1 machine. Thought we were about to go 3 wide, 3, 1 and 2. Carter holds on to that 3rd and final transfer spot. Man, Aaron Kitchen, a former season champion here for the Super Late Models here at the World of Thunder Rising League. He's doing it tough at the moment. Hopefully those internet issues don't plague the rest of the race.
There it come out of turn number 3 and 4. Mcswain, Crawford, Carter. Bad break for Curtis Upoff. He's out of this one as Mason Crawford rolling the bottom of the racetrack. Man, that's some bad connection issues there. As it looks like Underwood just ran right through Kitchen, but Kitchen slowed down big time.
Yeah, 2 to run here in heat race number 3. And it's all Zach Mcswain out in front. He's got a big lead over Brent Carter and Mason Crawford as Carter throws a slider on Crawford into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag flies this time by. It's all Zach Mcswain. At the moment, he is again showing a nice clean set of heels here in heat race number 3. He will get the win here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, along with Mason Crawford home in second. And Brent Carter going to come home and make up your top 3 podium here. Heat race number 3. Everybody else, once again, gets set for a B main.
Good race in there. We'll take a look at the rundown. It was Mcswain and Crawford and Carter transferring into tonight's main event. Underwood 4th, and Caps, Folds, Turbeville, Krebs, Kitchen, and Uphoff. Ultimator TV starting lineup for heat race number 4 coming at you.
Yeah, starting on pole in car number 09, that'll be 10 at Tomasi. On his outside, Dylan Rafferty out of position number 2.
2 on the inside, Cole Cabry in the 71 machine, and outside of him, winner of the first national race of the season. In an upset, the number 157, that'll be Drew Hopkins.
Inside your third row, out of position 5, that'll be CJ Hout. The outside, the HRE Motorsports entry, Eric Scalf out of position number 6.
On number 7, Jay Place in the number 27 machine. Outside of him, Dustin Hall in 331.
And your final row, Donny Batiste out of position number 9, and Joel Berkeley out of position number 10.
Well, Berkeley's always one to watch there on the tail, that number 9 machine. Yeah, no matter where he starts at, he usually finds himself towards the front. And four more pros in this one.
So we're at 14. I think on average we've been averaging about 20, haven't we, over the first couple of weeks?
17 the first week, 18 the second week.
Yeah, but that's what made the show.
Oh, yeah, you're correct. Got written down somewhere.
But yeah, look, going off average, 1 or 2 generally don't make the show, is what it is for those drivers. And these pro drivers, well, this is a very good opportunity to test and tune their setups and get themselves dialed in for their pro race tomorrow night. Green flag is out, heat race number 4 underway, Chris.
They come into turn number 1. It's going to be Tanner Tomasi out front on the top of the racetrack. Cole Cabry there in the bottom. And that yellow and black machine. 0 into turn number 3 and 4 to complete lap number 1. It's going to be Tanner Tomasi leading lap 1.
Yeah, Cabry working the inside of the racetrack down through turn number 1 and 2. Dylan Rafferty in 3rd. Drew Hopkins on the outside looking in, sitting in 4th position. Then you go back to Jay Blaze, who rounds out the top 5 as Rafferty tried to make the move there on Cole Cabry through 3 and 4. Down the back straight away. Lap number 3 about to be in the books.
Turn number 3 and 4, they go out of turn 4. Oh, Cabry's up on the wall coming out of turn number 4. It's Tomasi, Cabry, Rafferty, Hopkins, and Jay Place rounding out that top 5 here in heat race number 4.
And it's all Tanner Tomasi out in front. Cabry makes a mistake and now he'll lose 2 positions. There goes Drew Hopkins on by for that 3rd and final transfer position. But now Jay Place up on the inside as Place and Hopkins race side by side through 3 and 4. Cabry trying to come back through the middle, but now he finds himself in 5th position. And Drew Hopkins, as the yellow flag comes out, Drew Hopkins was making a run on the top side once again.
Off break for him. Take a look at that wicked cushion instant replay here. Let you know exactly what happened. Take a look at it here. Take a look at Dustin Hall's machine. Oh, just wrong place, wrong time right there.
Just trying to figure that he's outside. I believe it's going to be Eric Scalf. Scalf and Berkeley came together, and then it was Scalf and Dustin Hall coming together. And Hall, unfortunately, finds himself pointed in the wrong direction.
Well, we'll get that thing situated, and hopefully he'll try to make a run. It's good to see some of the folks from the Dirt Class Super Street Series running with us in these races.
Yeah, their Friday night stuff. They were here at Limaland as well, so it's been a busy week for Limaland Motorsports Park. The track's been well looked after as well.
It's always good to see intertwining and interpromotional racing going on, and we're back underway here. Tanner Tomasi, the green-white checkered finish coming up right here. Rafferty in 2nd, Hopkins in 3rd. Jay Place trying to get that 3rd spot away down the backstretch. White flag's going to fly this time by.
1 lap left to run. That battle for positions 3 and 4 is certainly heating up right now. Hopkins on the outside of the racetrack, up near the outside concrete wall. Can he hold on? Here comes J Place to the inside of turn 4. Tomasi wins second. We'll go to Dylan Rafferty. And Drew Hopkins will just hold on by about a tenth and a half over J Place, who comes home 4th, and Cole Gabry, who does round out the top 5. Heat race number 4 results on screen.
Was Tomasi your winner, Rafferty second, Drew Hopkins getting that third and final transfer spot, J Place fourth. It was Cabry, Berkeley, Scalf, Hall, and Batiste rounding out the field in heat race number 4. Limiter TV starting lineup for heat race 5. Kendall Tucker, pole sitter, 00. Outside him is going to be Haydn Cobwell in 07.
Yeah, the stars just keep rolling off here in heat race number 3. James Eaton, heat 5. James Eaton will start position number 3. Kevin Williamson out of position number 4.
Number 3 on the inside is going to be Brent New in the 144. Outside of him, Bryson Daffrin in that number 18 machine.
Timothy Smith will start position number 7. Daniel Passmore out of position 8.
Row number 5 on the inside, Mason Myler in that number 36 machine. Outside of him, Corey Austin, Goon Squad Racing, number 92.
And 3 more added to the total, so that puts us at 17 for 5 heat races. And I know we've still got Dylan Howe. No, Dylan Howe's already ran the first one. We've still got, I think, Wilson to run. So there's one that I can think of already. I reckon we're going to cap 20 again.
I'd say that'd be a pretty good assumption.
What a heat race this is going to be. Heat race number 5. Kendall Tucker, Haydn Cobwell, and James Edens, all with Pro World Championship licenses for the Super Late Models into turn 1 and 2. It's Tucker to slide up in front of Cardwell. Cardwell moved around the outside of the 52 of James Edens. Now, Cardwell will blow down into turns 1 and 2. Slide job on Kendall Tucker.
And Tucker now shoots back to the inside. He'll take the lead away as Cardwell slides up a little bit. Tucker's into the wall. We got problems back there. Brent New, James Eden's also back there involved. Close out.
Now let's take a look here at the Wicked Cushion instant replay. James Edens. It started off in turns 3 and 4 for him. He just got into the wall and came down on the number 5 machine. Oh, Kevin Williamson just gets into the back of him, and poor old James Edens. Well, now he's going to have to look. He's like a Kendall Tucker. He's going to be one to watch when it comes from the back of the field, because he is absolutely lightning quick in anything really.
You can definitely tell who the cream of the crop is in a lot of these races. You hear their names, you know where they came from, you know what they've won.
All right, here we go. Green flag back out onto the racetrack. 3 laps in the books here at heat race number 5. A handful of laps remaining. Can Brent New, can he hold on to position number 3 at the moment? That is a big yes, but Kevin Williamson, Bryson, Duffman, keep an eye on James Edens in that 52 machine. Let's see how far he can get up through this field. And at this stage, well, he's going to be buried deep in one of the B mains. Kendall Tucker gets into the wall. Haydn Cobwell to the inside. Cardwell's going to lead that lap.
Good race in here for the lead. Cardwell and Tucker trading it off. Brent New blinking back and forth. He's having some connection issues back there in that 44 machine. James Edens has worked himself up to 7th right now, up to 6th now, trying to get himself a better starting spot in one of tonight's B mains. 3 laps to go this time as they come down the back straightaway.
It's all Haydn Cobwell out in front now. He just got about, well, I'm going to say about a 4-car length advantage over Kendall Tucker. Brent New, well, he's done a nice job with a bit of luck there in that 3rd position. Then you go back to Timothy Smith, try to hold off Bryson Duffman down into turn number 3 and 4. Wide flag is out. Final time here for Haydn Cobwell.
On the back straightaway, Cardwell for the final time into turn number 3 and 4. Heat race number 5 is going to go to Haydn Cobwell. Kendall Tucker is going to come home safely in 2nd. Brent New in that 3rd position. There are 3 cars that will transfer to tonight's feature, and James Eden says, why not?
I don't think he was too happy with something, but man, heat number 5, another eventful heat race. Man, we've seen a whole lot of heat races tonight. Just put on an absolute show. There is your heat race number 5 results. Cardwell, Tucker, and new, the top 3 going straight through to our 50-lap A main event. The 6th and final heat race coming up next. Let's take a look at how they line up. Your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Brown, your pole setter in the number 74 machine. Outside of him, we're going to see Randall Carter in that 23.
Dylan Wilson in Catabrati going to start position 3 to the outside. The $1 Million Motorsports 269 entry. James Grace out of position 4.
Row 3 on the inside, Matthew Logan in the 1 car. Outside of him, Chase Winkles in the number 10.
And we go back to Eric York out of position 7 and Mitch Stiles out of position number 8.
And row number 5 on the inside, birthday boy Russell Berry in the number 84 machine, 37 years young today. Outside of him, Mr. Greg Fleury, it says, in the number 37 out of Canada.
All right, well, we had 17, was it, coming into heat number 6. We're only going to 2 more, so another night to see. So we're averaging around 20 for the first 3 weeks. Not a bad average.
Gotta love it.
6th and final heat race coming up. 8 laps on the board before we move into 3 12-lap B mains. Blake Brown, Randall Carter, Dylan Wilson, and James Grace. Green flag is out. As Blake Brown going to go straight to the cushion. Dylan Wilson gets tight as Carter goes around him. 4 wide. Grace comes through the middle, and they're still beating and banging off of each other down the back straightaway.
Oh, we got a couple of cars around. There goes a 10 of Chase Winkles. He's in the pit lane. Greg Fleury also back there as well. And back straight away they go. Brown, Carter, James Grace now gets into that 3rd spot for a split second. Logan there on the inside of the racetrack. And here comes Dylan Wilson now. You got to bet he is racing with a vengeance on this one.
Yeah, he must feel absolutely hard done by after what happened in last week, but let's not harp on about it too much right now. Oh, car getting tight there on the inside U-tires. That's Matthew Logan in the 1 machine. Now Wilson's got to fight Grace. He'll throw the slide job, and man, that's a mere image of what we've seen between Hauser and Wilson in the Pro Late Models. As Logan gets turned around, we are about to go yellow as Stiles gets into the back of Logan.
A break there for Logan. If he was able to sustain any damage on that car. You know the new damage model. It gonna look here, I believe. Are we in the back of Logan's car here? Look on the back of Matthew Logan's machine as we'll take a look at oh yeah, a little shot to the shorts there from Stiles.
It's I mean, it's so easy to get into the back of someone here, especially at Limaland. I mean, if you carry a little bit more speed than what another driver does, it's so hard to check these super late models up. I mean, it's hard to check any car up, that quickly. But Stiles definitely at fault for that one.
Let's see what happens here on the rest of this one. Pace truck going to pull into the infield. Blake Brown, Randall Carter, James Grace, Dylan Wilson, Stiles, York, Fleury, Logan, and Winkles are the way they line up here. As Dylan Wilson trying to slide into that 3rd spot, trying to get around James Grace. Can't make the move coming down the backstretch. He'll dive it in a little bit lower here, coming out of turn 4. Still can't get it.
Wilson, slide along, contact, oh no, top 2, Carter and Brown that was, oh we're going to go upside down, James Grace, oh no, he's upside down again, poor old James Grace, man, where do we start with that one?
Wow.
I know where, with their wicked cushion
getting crazy.
Replay. Yeah, final heat race of the night is certainly putting on a little bit of an exhibition here as Carter through a slide job, and James Grace got into the back of Brown, and poor old James Grace as well. After that, let's see what happened here, because he ended up upside down. Stiles gets into the back of him. Oh,
wow,
it's a bit of a ride there for a late model.
Did he took a bounding leap into the wall there. A damage on that 269 machine. And $50 going to the winner tonight, courtesy of Mimi's Makings in Motion. 25 for 2nd, 15 for 3rd. So, man, we got some of the greatest sponsors, don't we?
Oh, they are the best. I mean, without them, we're just sitting here just racing for a bit of fun. To put up money for sim racing, hats off to Bobby, Jennifer Hunt, and everybody else, all the other wonderful sponsors that help not only the World of Thunder Racing League, but also help Ultimate Dirt TV. Green flag is back out now. Timing says we're past the laps, so Not too sure how many laps left in this one. I'm assuming that we are about to get the white flag.
Find out here down the back straightaway. Dylan Wilson up front as they roll into turn. And now we're going checkers here. Right to the checkers. Dylan Wilson's going to take the win. Mitch Stiles in second. James Grace. Well, I don't know what happened because everything just wonky on us here on the ticker.
You're not sure when I'm in timing and scoring, but nonetheless, we'll just have to wait for those official results to come through, and they're about to come through right now. In fact, heat race number 6 results coming up on screen while the B main cars. So it is Wilson, Stiles, and Winkles. And Winkles, man, he's going to be thanking his lucky stars right now on this wonderful July 4th weekend. He was one of the cars in those opening couple of laps to get turned and nearly spun into the infield.
He did. It showed him in pit lane for a split second, and he come back and made it into the feature. Top 2 going to transfer out of these B mains, and B main number 1 coming up here. Mason Clark, your front row, pole sitter. Outside of him, Jay Place in 27.
Blake Cannon out of position 3. Cole Cabry out of position number 4.
Row number 3, starting 5th, Adam Elby in the number 50. Outside of him, see Joel Berkeley, the 9.
And we go back to row number 4. Dustin Sizemore out of position 7, and Eric Scalf out of position number 8.
Starting 9th, we'll see Jimmy Emery in that 4 machine. Outside of him, C.J. Howell in the number 2.
And positions number 11 and 12, that'll be Alan Bergen out of position 11, and Dustin Hall out of position number 12.
Starting 13th, we'll see Jennifer Hans in the number 11 machine. Outside, we'll see the 19 of Donnie Batiste, starting 14th.
All right, 14 cars here in B main number 1. We had 19 World Championship drivers attempt 6 heat races. 4 of them, Chris, 4 of them. Yes, you are seeing that right. 4 in B main number 1 alone.
This one would be a feature anywhere else. A lot of good drivers in this B main. And tell you what, 4 of them may go home. 2 of them may go home. 2 of them's definitely going to go home.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on with Adam Elby? He's been given an EOL, so he's not all that happy right now because he was scheduled to start in about that 3rd position. So keep an eye on that 74 machine. Here we go. B main number 1, 12 laps on the board. We are green here at Limaland.
Into turn 1 and 2 they go. They're going to go 3 wide, almost stacking them up 4 wide out of turn number 2. Here comes Cole Cabry trying to make his way through the field. And keep your eye on those pro licenses as they switch back and forth. And we're going to find out how many of them go. Oh, we got caution here on the front straightaway. It is out. Eric Scalf, Joel Berkeley involved.
Yeah, Berkeley, one of those pro World Championship licensed drivers, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm going to say this on here, but I'll leave that one. But let's take a look at the wicked cushion instant replay. So it was Sizemore and Berkeley who got together there on the low side of turn number 3 and 4, and that pushed Berkeley up the racetrack. It's not the only time we've seen Sizemore in an incident. This, yeah, just give him a little bit of a right rear fender panel lobbing and Scalf on the outside, trying to go in a spot what shouldn't be there, but unfortunately for Berkeley and Scalf, they're going to have to find themselves at the back of the field.
All right, ushering out for the first time here in this first B main event of the evening is going to be, I'm going to say we're going to try to keep an eye on how many pros will make it into tonight's main event. We have 4 of them here in this B main. In place, Cole Cabry right now, your top 2. Only taking 2 out of this one. Before they come, green is back out, back underway.
Lap number 3 is in the books right now here at Limaland, B main number 1. It is all J placed at the moment, but here comes Cabry down to the inside, looks for the slide job, look the parking in front. Meanwhile, Mason Clark puts the move on Blake Cannon, but right now they're battling just for they're battling for a bit of bragging rights because it's only the top 2 that are going to go through.
And they come out of turn number 3 and 4. Everybody running the top side of the racetrack. J Place, Cole Cabry. Cabry going to try to dive down low. Put both of his tires in front of the Ute tires there. A move by Cabry, but it didn't help him any.
Now what he's trying to do right now is with those big sliders, it's actually slowing J-Place up. So what that's allowing the 44 to do of Blake Cannon, it's now going to make it a 3-car battle for the race lead and for the top 2 transfer positions. Here comes Cannon. Look, he looked to the inside out of turn 4 place, throws a slider on Cambry. Man, one of these 2 drivers can be potentially disappointed after this B main. We've still got 5 to run this time by. I think Cambry had it at the start-finish line.
J-Place slides back in front of Cambry out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. We're going to keep our eye on that 44 Blake Cannon as Cambry feeds Place a right rear. And that's going to allow Cannon to slide back in now. And Cannon's going to throw a slider on Cambry and we're yellow.
Yeah.
As soon as it starts to get good.
That was getting juicy right there at the front of the field. CJ Howe in car number 2. Let's take a look here at your wicket push and instant replay. Let's just get a closer look. So that's the black entry on the inside, the number 2 machine. What happens here? Just went all on his own. That was just... looked like he went all on his own. I don't think he had contact from Dustin Hall. Let's get a closer look. Oh, fast forward. No, I don't think Dustin Hall got him.
Looks like he the tire there.
Yeah, it's look, those tires, they are brutal in a late model. And we're talking about the Dirt Clash Super Street Series and how they were here on Friday night. I actually had the opportunity to run in the street stocks, the pro late models, and the midgets. And yeah, track was pretty much like what we've seen in the pro late models. But man, again, those tires, especially in a late model, they are brutal. If you get that front nose going over the front of the tires.
Here we come. Oh, Place tried to slide back in front. Here comes Blake Cannon back now to the inside of Place. They make some contact. Place up against the wall. And here comes Mason Clark now in the number 14 machine as we got 2 laps to go. I don't think we've seen the end of this one just yet.
Mason Clark doing a nice job on the bottom side in the number 14 machine again. Down low through turn number 3 and 4. Wide flag is out for the Swindle Speed Lab drivers. Cole Cambry in the 71 and Blake Cannon down the back straightaway. Chris, bring us home.
To turn number 3 and 4 they come for the final time. Blake Cannon going to try to throw a slider. Nope. Here goes second and third, taking each other out. Jake Place. That's absolutely stuffed. You couldn't see who that was in the wall, but oh my goodness. Stuffing him for third.
Well, again, that was just a bit of bragging rights on the line for third on back. Let's take a look at those official results. B main number 1, Cole Cambry and Blake Cannon going through to the show. Adam Elby, after getting put at the end of the line, comes home to rally in 4th position. And the other pro driver, Joel Berkeley, comes home in 8th. Tell you what, Jennifer Hodds, 9th position in a field of those types of caliber drivers in super late models. A hell of a drive from that gasser.
Absolutely true. Ultimate TV starting lineup for Heat Rater for B main number 2, top 2 transfer. On the pole, see Nick Cooper in 35. Outside of him, Timothy Smith in 34.
Kevin Deadman out of position 3. Bryson Duffman out of position number 4.
Go number 3 on the inside. We'll see Austin Matthews in the 311. Outside of him, James Edens in 52.
Then we go back to Benji Killian out of position 7 and Corey Austin out of position number 8.
Loudy in that number 126 machine. Outside of him, Daniel Passmore in 10th.
And we go back to Miles Jansen and Mason Mueller out of positions 11 and 12.
Starting 13th, we'll see Jack Weaver in the 34 machine. Outside of him, Kevin Williamson in 5.
There we go. Your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for B main number 2. And how many did we see in this one? We see 3. Wow. So we are losing more pro drivers throughout the B mains. That just goes to show you right now the talent that we see here every Sunday night is just in tip-top shape.
I'll take our Super Late Model Series. I'll put it up against the National League any day. Because we pretty much are the National League.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. We've got 60 cars up against their 35. But here we go, B main number 2. 12 on the board, top 2 go through once again. Nick Cooper got a good start as Deadman runs a low side down into turn 1 and 2. James Eden stuck deep in, buried in the pack, and we are yellow.
Caution is out the first time here at B-Main number 2. Now what happened here is that we had a gaggle of cars got stuck together. They're coming out of 1 and 2. Look at your Wiki Cushion instant replay here. We'll take a look at what exactly happened there on the start. It happened coming out of turn 1 and 2. What happened down the front straightaway? Okay. Car goes around.
All right. Welcome back to live pictures here from Limaland Motorsports Park here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, big thanks to the Ultimate Dirt TV sponsor. Big thanks to, of course, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, and Loud Pedal Productions. And Chris, we know there's a whole bunch of sponsors behind the scenes here at the World of Thunder Racing League.
Absolutely. I want to thank, tell you what, Ultimate Dirt TV's got the World of Thunder iRacing League, Wicked Cushion, and Loud Pedal Productions. Hey, we can't forget about DirtFan.com, $1 Million Motorsports, Next Level Designs, Mimi's Makings in Motion, Folds Graphics, Loud Pedal Productions, Grace Productions, and Team Outlaw Motorsports. We have got the best sponsors, I'm telling you.
That DVD, we're back underway here on lap number 5 of 12. 7 to run, so nearly at the half race distance right now. It is Nick Cooper out in front from Kevin Deadman. Then you go back to Bryson Duffman running in third, number 18 machine, Austin Matthews. And here comes that famous purple and white, number 52 for Swindle Speed Labs. That's James Edens.
James Edens knows how to make his way up through a field. He is now up to that 5th position. He's got to pick up a few more to get into the show. Because behind him, he's got Benji, Killian, and Kay Glowdy. Right now, it's Cooper and Deadman running 1 and 2 and starting to pull away.
Yeah, I think it's all she wrote there for James Eden, because it's not how he scripted this night to go. Right now, watching battle on screen between Matthews, Duffman, and Edens as we are yellow, so that might just help Edens a little bit when it comes to trying to get into the top 3. But man, I tell you what, Cooper and Deadman, they are really showing a nice set of wheels here in B main number 2.
It's going to be a one. Okay, we still got one more B main coming up.
And a 50-lap main event as well.
And we got the main event, the finale, the nightcap, the 410 sprints, Loud Pedal Productions 410 sprints. That was going to be a good one as well. I love watching the sprint cars here at Limaland.
I just love watching sprint cars in general. How
about Kyle Larson putting it on the Pennsylvania posse this week?
Yeah, Pennsylvania who? The porch sitters? Don't worry about them, mate. It's time, time to go back to green as Deadman works the outside through turn number 1 and 2. That's the orange and white number 0 machine. There comes James Edens now looking for 4th. Goes low through turns 3 and 4. Getting that left front over that inside U-type. Bryson Duffman just in front as Eden's going to move him out of the way. Eden's now going to move into position 3. Duffman not getting out of the gas, and those two drivers hooked together out of turn 2.
Wow, that's going to send Daffern back there to the 6th position, and that's going to pretty much end any hope for James Edens. Maybe he's up to the 4th spot now. But Austin Matthews, another pro ahead of him, and then Kevin Deadman and Nick Cooper as laps are clicking down.
Yeah, I think Austin Matthews, he's really got his work cut out for him right now. Again, he's not one of those pro drivers that, is on the cusp of not making it through to our 50-lap main event. But, Kevin Deadman, he's got that pro license as well. Nick Cooper, he's had a pro license as well in sprint cars, and I believe he might have had late models in the first season as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, we see Nick Cooper finish 3rd in the pro late models, so yeah, he's no stranger to being one of these top guys on the service.
What? Now we're going to have a wild finish getting set here as we got a caution out. I believe this finish is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say one of the top 2 is not going to make the show.
One of the top 2 is not going to make the show. So you're saying Cooper or Deadman will not be there?
So I think this finish is going to be absolutely bonkers.
Ooh, that is a very, very bold prediction. But you know what? I dig it. I always love a bit of controversy on the racetrack. And looking at how much this track... I'll tell you what I wouldn't mind seeing. Now, I don't think we're going to get it. After the B main... Oh, the third B main, I should say. I didn't clarify that. I wouldn't mind seeing a track reset.
Well, that'd be nice.
That would really...
A nice, juicy, watery racetrack.
That would definitely change things up. But tell you what's not going to change things up is Nick Cooper. He wants to win B-Main number 2. Deadman down low as Loudy trying to throw a slider on Matthews. But here comes Deadman to the inside on Cooper. 1 to run.
At turn number 4, down the front straight away they go. It's Nick Cooper. My prediction is going to end up being wrong. But nonetheless, we've got a good B-Main brewing here. Cooper down the back stretch. Kevin Deadman in that second spot as they roll out of turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Transferring to tonight's feature event is going to be Nick Cooper and Kevin Deadman out of B-Main number 2. And as we got carnage and mayhem all over the place behind him.
Yeah, B-Main number 2 is complete. And let's take a look at those official results. And the top 2 going through again. Nick Cooper, Kevin Deadman, everybody else. Austin Matthews, Katie Loudy, Edens, Austin, Williamson, Jansen, Smith, Weaver. Everyone like the likes of those drivers from 3rd on back. Well, they're sent packing. We'll see them either next week or we'll see them for the 410 Wings Sprint Cars. And I dare say we might only see about 3 or 4 of those drivers in sprint car action.
All right, B-Main number 3, top 2 transfer on the pole. We'll see Ryan Underwood, the Carolina kid, the number 46. Outside of him, Randall Carter in 23.
Landon Caps rolls off out of position 3. Blake Brown out of position number 4.
Starting 5th, we'll see Tanner Folds in the 015 machine. Outside of him, the 89 of Eric York.
Stephen Turbill will start position number 7, and Matthew Logan out of position number 8.
Starting in the 9th position, we'll see Bo Krebs in number 68. Outside of him, Russell Berry in 84.
And we'll see Aaron Kitchen roll off out of position number 11, and Greg Fleury out of position at number 12.
Number 7 on the inside, we'll see Curtis Uphoff in the 129. Outside of him, 269 machine, that'll be James Grace.
Final B-Main of the night here, Chris, for the Hans Nationals Super Late Models and the DirtFan.com Super Late Models before we get set. So this is for positions number 21 and 24. And man, I don't want to be 3rd on back out of this one because that just means your night is over.
How many pro licenses we have in this one as we take a look at the
just one.
Ticker here, just 1, and Blake Brown. So, see what he's got here.
Surely he'd be feeling a little bit more comfortable right now, considering that, you know, the first 2 have had 4 and 3, I think it was, and now this one only has 1. So we'll see what happens. But Randall Carter, he's a former World Championship licensed driver.
So, I mean, even though they don't have pro licenses, does not mean they weren't former pros or still pros at the moment. They can still drive these race cars better than most. Underwood out front. That 46 machine, Randall Carter to the outside of him as they roll out of turn number 3 and 4. Double file, 1st through 4th.
Now Blake Brown in that 70 in the 11 machine. Excuse me. Normally he ran the 74 for such a long time, but now has changed it up to the number 11 machine. It'll take a little bit to get used to, but right now Underwood throws a slider there on the 37 of Randall Carter. Carter back through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. That will leave the door open right now for Ryan Underwood to file back around the outside. He fires a shot back into turn number 3 and 4.
Come out of turn number 4. It's going to be Carter. Underwood now has to deal with Blake Brown behind him. You know, Underwood may be young, but he races just like a seasoned pro. He has got a good machine in the number 46 car. Carter still out front. Top 2 transfer routes. Carter and Underwood. Caution is out on the racetrack. Caution is out.
Yeah, Matthew Logan, I believe, a part of this incident here with Eric York as well. Let's take a look here at your wicket cushion instant replay. See, look, the Carolina native Matthew Logan on the inside in turns 1 and 2. What happens here? Oh, York comes off the wall and Logan goes hard into the wall and upside down.
And Matthew Logan's had a tough night tonight, that is for sure.
So watch that car on the outside, just the top of your screen. He just hits the wall there. And look at that car just comes straight down the racetrack. Poor old Matthew Logan had nowhere to go. And At this point, it's all just a passenger. It almost looked like he was going to save it then, but
he caught that opening right there.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Matthew Logan in the number 1 machine. You know who's
that opening wasn't there.
Disappointed? Oh, Wesley Outland.
What's that?
Wesley Outland is going to be absolutely filthy and disappointed about Matthew Logan.
Telling you what, it's one of his favorite drivers here in the World of Thunder iRacing League. Blake Brown trying to get that second spot away from Ryan Underwood. He's got it down the back straightaway. Just got to get past the halfway point here in B main number 3. Only the top 2 transfer. Underwood got it back.
Yeah, nice job by Ryan Underwood in that number 46 machine to work the top side of the racetrack. Right now, this could be a bit of a test and tune session for these drivers. More likes of Randall Carter right now because he's holding everybody at bay at this stage, and with just 4.5 to run, Underwood, he has got every chance at winning this one here, Chris.
He does. He's got a good chance here as they come down the front straightaway. Laps are still clicking down. Underwood still in second. Slide jobs back there for the 5th spot. Tanner Fold tried to throw on a landing caps. Couldn't make it happen. On a turn at number 4. Underwood still creeping on your leader. He's got the lead there for a split second. They get him here down the backstretch.
Yeah, Underwood has got that 46 machine glued to the top side of the racetrack. There's still a little bit of moisture up on the top side and on the cushion, just on the inside of the outside wall there. And he's just making that thing work. And right now, Randall Carter, well, he's got to be thinking, what have I done wrong here? I've just been on the bottom side, maybe setting that car up for the feature event later on, knowing that he's only got 1 to go as Blake Brown, while trying to take a shortcut in this one.
Come into turn number 3 and 4. Out at turn number 4, checkered flag is going to fly. It's going to be Ryan Underwood in the win. Carter at second spot. I was trying to figure out what happened there with timing and scoring there for a split second.
It's because Blake Brown went back to pit road, so it sort of put him, depending on where his pit bay was.
I got you.
It sort of just showed, but yeah, once they all pass at the start-finish line, that's what it just fixed itself up. But there we go, Ryan Underwood, Randall Carter, the 2 drivers going through. So I think we had, I want to say about 4 pro drivers not make the show. And with only a 1-minute warm-up session right now, I might take this opportunity to have a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back in just about 30 seconds time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the Hunt Nationals here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. It is the DirtFan.com Super Late Model Series here from Limaland. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Chris Nunn. Let's take a look at our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and starting from the back in position number 24, that'll be Randall Carter. To the inside of him, out of position 23, Kevin Deadman.
Starting in the 22nd position, we'll see Blake Cannon in 44, and beside him, starting 21st, Carolina Kid, 46. That'll be Ryan Underwood.
Nick Cooper going to roll off out of position number 20 to his inside. Cole Capri out of position number 19.
Starting in 18th position, he got one of the lucky breaks there in the heat race to number 10. That'll be Chase Winkles. Starting 17th, Brent New in the 44.
And we go back to row number 8 of Drew Hopkins out of position 16. Brent Carter out of position number 15.
Starting in the 14th position, we're going to see Brian Wind Jr. And starting 13th next to him, BJ Duvall in the 32.
And we go back to the first 6 rows. Mitch Stiles on the outside of row number 6, and on his inside, Kendall Tucker out of position number 11.
Starting 10th, we're going to see Dylan Rafferty in the 38, and starting 9th, Mason Crawford in 15.
Adam Humberting lines up out of position number 8. On his inside, Dylan Hauser out of position number 7.
Starting in the 6th position, to the number 80 machine. That'll be Dylan Wilson. And starting in the 5th position, the 07 of Haydn Cardwell.
Tanner Tomasi in the 09 will start position number 4, and Zach Mcswain going to start position number 3.
And what an absolutely stout front row we have. Starting second, it's going to be the number 12 machine out of Canada, Alex Bergeron. Starting first, 33, that'll be Evan C.
All right, it's time for 50 laps on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the first 20. So 3, 5, 8, 10, 12 inside the first 20. 22. No. I don't know what I just said. Did I just say 10 inside the first 20?
Not sure. I was trying to look as they went across. But
okay, look, here's
4. Just need to stop moving. That's what they
hang
need to do.
on, look, I did this before. I did it last week. Don't worry. I can check without... I can check on my end. Hang on. $14. 14 is the official count. And look at this 4 wide, ladies and gentlemen. The Hunts Nationals, DirtFan.com, Super Late Models here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, of course, presented by World of Thunder iRacing League. Round number 3 of what is a 10-week season here in season number 10, I believe we're in. I think we are, Chris.
Definitely season number 10. So how big season 11 will be.
Hopefully we get a couple of weeks break. Looking forward to having a break.
A couple of weeks now. To announce anything.
Yeah, that's been pretty quiet last week, actually. It's nice to have somewhat of a little break. All right, who's your pick?
I'm going with Bergeron.
Screw you. I am going to go... Cardwell. I mean, it's so hard not to pick the likes of these drivers. It was so hard not to pick Evan C, but here we go. Green flag is out, and man, they're 4 wide already down into turn number 1 and 2. Bergeron and C got the rough end of that deal as now Zach Mcswain, your leader, down into turn number 3 and 4. Cardwell runs the inside, looks for second, but won't have it. There's Zach Mcswain going to lead lap number 1.
On the back straight of Mcswain, your leader, into turn number 3. Cardwell, my pick, going backwards. Bergeron and everybody. Oh my gosh, we've got a mess. 1 and 2. Caution is out, and there went my pick right down the toilet.
Thank you for picking him. Thank you for picking him. But this was your front row, your wicked cushion instant replay. Let's see what happened here between Evan C and Alex Bergeron. Well, he was definitely to the outside of him. So, I mean, I think that's definitely on Evan C there.
We just wadded up a lot of good race cars here on lap 1.
Look, he's right alongside of him. So, yeah, I think that's just on Evan C. You see him. He just locked up the brakes there, but, yeah, Bergeron and C just coming together there in turn number 3 and 4. And I believe Evan C actually went upside down, so that is going to put rest to his 3rd round of the season. Tell you what, Zach Mcswain, he got an absolute belter of a start after C and Bergeron sort of wadded up the front row. Mcswain just said, you know what, you guys stick together on the outside, I'll take up on the inside. And Haydn Cobwell, didn't he take his opportunity as well?
All right, so this is that caution. It's going to shake things up a ton, and I am telling you what, is going to be a race from here on out. You have got Mcswain, you've got Cardwell, and Bergeron. Hey, my pick's back up there in the 3rd spot, baby.
Yeah, well, now he's on the outside of Haydn Cobwell. Behind to the right on the screen, it was Kendall Tucker making it 3 wide with Dylan Hauser. As Bergeron gets to the top side out of turn number 4. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. Cardwell runs alongside along with Dylan Wilson, trying to make something happen. Look at Tanner Tomasi in the 09 machine. He's up to position 5. And man, he is putting these drivers on notice right now.
They come out of turn number 1 and 2. Mcswain, Bergeron, Cardwell, Wilson, Hauser, Tomasi, your top 6. Crawford, now Tucker moves up to 7th. Crawford 8th, White, and Humberting. Getting that stop back for the top 10.
Yeah, they went 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4, down into 1 and 2 again. Look at these drivers all working different lines on the racetrack. We are 2 by 2 plenty of times throughout this field, deep in the mid-pack. Meanwhile, no change up front, but good battle going on for the mid-pack. Look at Colin Cabry in that yellow machine sliding up in front of the 42 machine of Adam Humberting.
Turn number 4 down that front. Straight up, we got one around. See what it was back there. Like brand new.
Look at this, 3 wide again. BJ Duval in the middle of a 3 wide action. So hopefully it wasn't him who. Oh no, let's. I'm just trying to find that. Let's get a closer angle of that one. Oh, it was Deadman. The Orange Blossom, the O machine, just snuck up on the inside, and unfortunately for the 44 machine, the 44N, Brett New goes around, and I'm now going to be put at the back of the field.
Oh, hopefully these the cautions don't breed cautions here.
We've seen 2, 3, 4 wide racing in the first 9 laps. We've had our second caution of the night so far in the main event. And I'll tell you what, if we can get about 20 or 30 laps in as a green flag run, no doubt that these drivers, they're really going to really stamp their authority on this racetrack.
All right. I got lucky and got a reprieve because my pick is back up there in the top 3. So still got a last lease on life here.
Yeah, well, mine's up to right next to him actually. I almost went Hauser and Wilson. Look, they find themselves in row number 3, and again the controversy surrounding the pro late model finish between those 2 drivers. See what happens between those 2 as Cardwell around the outside of Bergeron. Now here comes Wilson up on the inside of Bergeron down into turn number 3 and 4. Wilson stays glued to the middle of the racetrack in that number 80 machine.
Now I'm going to turn number 2 down that back straight away. Zach Mcswain, Hayden Cobwell, and we're yellow again. Caution is out.
Why do I get these type of races?
Cautions breeding cautions.
Brent Carter in the number 1 machine. Cannon just came up a little bit down the racetrack. And Brent New again.
Brent New had nowhere to go.
Oh, and the worst thing about Brent New right now is that I thought he was stuck on the concrete wall to where he wouldn't be able to get those rear tires back onto the racetrack, and that really could have put a big damper on that 44 machine. That's tell you what, a stout effort by Brent New to make to make this A main field with these caliber of drivers in here.
It's these features we have here on a week in and week out basis, man. I'm telling you, it's like an all-star race of iRacing in the late model world. All these pros mixed in with our World of Thunder drivers. We got guys, rookies. We got D licenses, C licenses, B licenses, A licenses. Anybody can run. It's crazy.
Anybody can make the show as long as you finish where you need to be. But right now, once again, the cream is rising to the top. Bergeron with a slide job on Mcswain. Mcswain around the outside. Cardwell through the middle. And Dylan Wilson up on the inside. Nearly 3 wide down through turn number 3 and 4.
Turn number 4 down that front straightaway. Zach Mcswain, Haydn Cobwell, Dylan Wilson run 1, 2, and 3. Turn number 4, Bergeron just fell back to that 4th position. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, Mcswain, Cardwell, Wilson, Bergeron. As we're 3 wide behind them. Something's got to give here.
Yeah, that's Rafferty, Tucker, and Hauser that are 3 wide. In front of them is 2 wide between Cardwell and Dylan Wilson. It's Bergeron, and Wilson as Cardwell all over the back of his teammate of Zach Mcswain down the back straightaway. There's nothing in it for the number 1 spot as Cardwell gets into the wall in the middle of turn number 3 and 4, and we are yellow again.
And
now there was a couple of people: Mason Crawford, Ryan Underwood, Cole Cabry.
look at our wicked cushion history replay, find out exactly what just happened here as we down the front straight away. Crawford got into the back of Underwood there.
Cabry had nowhere to go. So there's the 3 drivers that got. And I did say that were involved. Cooper in the 1 machine. That's Ryan Underwood, who's upside down. North, then that's a tough ride for the 46 machine.
It's going to effectively end his evening.
Yes, it will. Just for the simple fact that it did not land on the wheels. Tell you what, got to be impressed. Well, not got to be. I am impressed with Zach Mcswain at the moment. You know, leading this field. But he just looks cool, calm under pressure. Right now, we are effectively 35 remaining here in the main event of the Limaland Motorsports, or at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Dylan Wilson now getting a run on Haydn Cobwell down into turn 3. Look at him, 3 wide behind him again.
They come down the front straightaway. Is Mcswain, Cardwell, and Wilson out of turn number 2 down that back straightaway they go. Into turn number 3. Turn number 4. They can run in single file there on the top side of the racetrack. Cardwell trying to move in. They come out of turn number 1 and 2. Still Mcswain and Cardwell duking it out.
Now Mcswain made the mistake in turns 3 and 4. Cardwell, he caught the inside U-tie with the rear tyres, and that just shut the car straight up the racetrack. That allows Dylan Wilson to throw the slide job on Cardwell. Hauser watching this battle unfold in front of him right now. Cardwell slides back to second, but here comes Wilson back to the inside. Wilson has second at the start-finish line, and meanwhile Zach Mcswain out in front.
Turn number 3 and 4. Mcswain still holding on to that top spot. Wilson in second. Cardwell, Hauser, and Bergeron running out that top 5. Winner runs the top side of the racetrack here at Limaland. Kendall Tucker and Brian Wyatt Jr. 7th. Tomasi, Rafferty, Cabry running out the top 10. You're at Limaland.
Bergeron and Hauser, they race side by side into corners number 1 and 2. Hauser just gets into the wall, doesn't lose too much speed, won't lose the position at the moment because here comes a slide job by Hauser. Hauser with a nice crossover. Now in comes Kendall Tucker. 3 of the very best here on the RAC.com service are fighting it out for positions 4, 5 and 6. As meanwhile, Zach Mcswain continues to dominate this field.
Swain, Wilson, Cardwell, Hauser, and Bergeron, your top 5 as they roll down the back straight away. And we're coming up to the halfway point. The lap thing always throws me off.
I know. Could we be looking at our 3rd different feature winner in 3 races here at the Hunts Nationals? Right now you're watching Haydn Cobwell. Slight job on Dylan Wilson down into turn number 1 and 2. Wilson back to the inside, but Zach Mcswain, we were halfway home that time by now. We are 24 to go. So now the back half of the race. Will we get to see lap traffic?
Gonna find out. Hopefully we stay green the rest of the way. Swain still out front, starting to pull away. It's Cardwell and Wilson duking it out for that 2nd spot as they roll out of turn number 1 and 2. Hauser and Bergeron sit back there as well. You remember what happened with Hauser and Wilson in that last race? If they could catch up to each other.
Yeah, well, they were side by side about 15 laps to go, and I think that Wilson just thought, let bygones be bygones. Although he would have loved to get the win, he was credited with an 8th or 9th place finish. But right now, he's shaking it off, and right now he's trying to shake down the slide jobs of Haydn Cobwell. When what this is doing, Chris, and you know very well, Hauser into the outside wall out of turn number 2. What this is doing between Cobwell and Wilson, this is allowing Zach Mcswain to clear away from these 2 drivers and put a bigger gap. You're looking at about a 1.9 second differential between Zach Mcswain and Haydn Cobwell, who sits second. Now Mcswain, now look at what is in front of him. 5 lap cars as they are 3 wide, the lap cars.
are duking it out between them. They're fighting for position as well. Zach Mcswain's going to have to try to figure out a way to maneuver around all of them. But as Cardwell and Wilson are duking it out side by side behind leader Mcswain, man, he's got a lot of issues in front of him, and they're still 3-4 wide.
Now, Brent New, he's going to be the first of 5 cars here on the list for Zach Mcswain. Looking at these drivers, Styles, BJ Duval going 3 wide, Chase Winkles, Carter's in there, Brent New. Look at the 4 wide, 3 wide now. Look at this. Oh, man, Zach Mcswain. He's got to be thinking, come on, just let me get through. Duval into the wall. They're 4 wide out of turn 4. Oh, this could be disastrous. Styles goes around. He keeps it going, but we are yellow. And a very, very lucky break for Zach Mcswain. I would have loved to see that one stay green.
And Mcswain's now going to have clear track ahead of him. Clean air as we come back to green. What an absolute wild series of events. Man, if you're not liking the racing action tonight here on World of Thunder, then I suggest you check your pulse.
Wow. That was intense. And look, if we do get to talk to him, we must ask him what in the world he was thinking coming to lap those 5 cars when they were 3 and 4 wide in front of him. Man, he caught a real lucky break on that one.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to ask him about that if we get a chance to talk to him here. Hopefully we can get the rest of this race in plenty of time where we can talk to the winners, because we've still got our Untitled Productions 410 sprint cars coming up, and we expect a big crowd for that one as well. Wing sprints at Limaland, baby. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be all up on the wall. See drivers tried to run. I call it the Haydn Cobwell line, and I say that with respect, because he's not running the wall. He runs on the inside of those U-tires, and yes, it could be cutting the racetrack, but when you try to find moisture in a racetrack that is slick from top to bottom, you got to do what you got to do. I call it the Cardwell and Berkeley line, actually.
You got a lot of guys that just blister that high side.
I've seen a number of drivers, a lot of these drivers, in fact, work the outside, and although there's not a whole lot up there, they're still managing to find some speed up there. Green flag is out, and what is 14 laps left to run?
To turn number 1 and 2 down that back straightaway they go. Into turn number 3. It's still Mcswain. Dylan Wilson trying the inside. 4 wide back there for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Wow, good racing back there between Hauser, Tucker, Tomasi, and the whole crew. Now Tucker inside of Hauser. Here comes Dylan Wilson.
I almost don't know where to watch. We're going to car in the background. They've just done an absolute 360. That may have been Alex Bergeron in the 12 machine. He's now on the outside of a top 10. Right, he's back in 14th position, in fact, as Wilson. Trying the bottom to mid-groove again through turn number 3 and 4. 11 seconds remaining here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. And Haydn Cobwell, well, he's been closer than ever on Zach Mcswain down into 3 and 4. Chris, this time by, we are 10 to run. Mcswain makes a mistake, and Cobwell had to get out of the gas.
Oh, it's going to get good here. Please stay green as we call it down the back straightaway. Top 3 cars run nose to tail. Zach Mcswain still out front. Cardwell in the 2nd spot. Dylan Wilson got a cabbage in there in the middle of the racetrack, trying to find any kind of moisture he can grab a hold of. Top 3 run out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Still single file. Wilson going to try to dive in again to take 2nd away from Cardwell.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can right now to get up into the 1st and 2nd positions. Kendall Tucker and Dylan Hauser, they continue to throw sliders on each other. Dylan Rafferty, Tanner Tomasi back there with him as well. Blake Cannon, he's had a stellar drive from position 22 up to position number 8. Meanwhile, that's Hauser and Tucker continuing to trade war on each other, but Tucker gets the best of him back up front, and looking at your top 3. 6 to run this time by for Zach Mcswain.
And turn number 1 and 2, they go down the back straightaway. Mcswain, Cardwell, Wilson down the back stretch, still nose to tail. Laps are clicking down here. We are going to be less than 5 laps remaining here as they come out of turn 4. They just can't make any passes here.
Yeah, it's tough to throw the slide job, especially with how slick the track is. If it was juice, if we had a lot more juice in it, As you know, even by the time, even if we had a track reset, the track still would have been slick from top to bottom, so it still would have been tough to pass one way or another. Right now, Zach Mcswain just needs to keep it out of the fence, and he now finds himself 3 circuits away here at Limaland from a main event victory and finding himself $50 richer. Oh, making a mistake out of turn 2.
Oh, and here we go. Hayden Cardwell to the inside. He slides your leader. It's going to get crazy here. 3 wide for the lead out of turn number 1 and 2 with just 2 laps remaining. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Brett, this is going to get nuts. Cardwell to the front now.
Cardwell to the front, Mcswain through the middle, and Dylan Wilson up on the inside. 3 wide at the start-finish line, down into 1 and 2. Here on the final lap, Cardwell gets into the wall. He stays in the bucket right now, but it's all Dylan Wilson. Zach Mcswain into 3 and 4, and Dylan Wilson is going to steal a win here at Limaland. Oh my, Dylan Wilson, can you believe it? What a race, Chris. What a finish! Dylan Wilson, he's a thief.
Thief in the night, taking $50 away from Zach Mcswain. What a race. We have had some great racing all night long here. Dylan Wilson, your winner. Zach Mcswain, second. Hayden Cardwell, third. Dylan Hauser, fourth. Kendall Tucker, fifth. And it was Rafferty, Cannon, Tomasi, Wyatt Jr., and Carter rounding out the top 10.
What a finish. I reckon just give us Limaland every week. That was insane. It was intense. And how about those last 15 laps? Cardwell, Mcswain. What about those last 3 laps? When Mcswain made the mistake out of 2, it opened up the door for Cardwell. It also opened up the door for Wilson. Man, Wilson, this is redemption after what happened in the Pro Late Model race. Chris, you're standing by in victory lane with him already.
And Dylan Wilson, what a last few laps, man. That thing got bonkers, man. Take us through it in your view in that driver's seat.
Oh, it was wild for sure, man. I was kind of hoping they would battle. I didn't need much. I just needed them to start throwing sliders or something, and I could roll the middle really good, so I didn't really have to be on the top. And oh man, that was fun. That's the most excited I've been for a win in a long time.
It's the last race. You had that incident with Dylan Hauser. You left before we got a chance to talk to you about it, man. That was a unfortunate series of events. He said he was going to give you the money. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if that happened or not. But he said he was going to.
Nah, I don't really need it. Like I said, or I didn't say, but I don't know. I saw him in my mirror throw a slider, but by the time he came across my screen, it looked like we were going to hit, and I tried to lift, and it just one of them tough deals. It just unfortunately had to be with him because we've had a lot of run-ins in the past. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to give him the benefit of the doubt on that deal, but I don't know, just hard racing, I guess.
And but I tell you what, though, redemption here, $50 courtesy of the fine folks from Mimi's Makings in Motion. So it's not nothing to sneeze at there, is it?
No, I mean, for them, for Jennifer and Bobby to put up, I think they were the ones that sponsored it. I didn't hear if you said somebody different, but for the amount of money they've sponsored on this deal for a sim, it's really cool. I mean, it might be a video game to some, but the money is definitely green and real. So it's a fun hobby to have, to be able to come on here and have fun and make money while doing it.
I know you got a lot of people you want to give shout outs to and want to give thanks to.
Yeah, thanks to D1RT Racing. Thank you to Tub Quality Threads for sponsoring me. And thanks to you guys for broadcasting that. And thanks to Steven and his team for putting this deal on.
All right, that is tonight's winner, Dylan Wilson. Like a thief in the night, stealing one here at Limaland.
Well, we'll chat to the driver that come home second tonight, and he led probably about 49 or 48 and a half laps. But Zach Mcswain home in second spot. Zach, first of all, congratulations. Second place run, but man, you got to feel gutted and disappointed at the same time.
Yeah, choked.
What was okay? I got to ask you before we get into those sort of final 5 to 10 laps. Before that last yellow come out, there was 5 lap cars battling 2, 3, 4 wide in front of you. You caught a lucky break with one of the lap cars getting turned. What was going through your mind as you were approaching those lap cars?
Yeah, I really didn't know what to do. I mean, they were 5 cars, 3 wide right in front of me. So I just was going to try to roll the top and hopefully get by the guys on the bottom and get clear of all of it. But luckily the caution came out, I guess, and then just got hit the wall there and gave the race away. So it is what it is. Good run though. At least we had a little speed and was able to run up front tonight. So we'll take that and go into tomorrow and hopefully have a good run.
What can you take out of tonight's race and sort of apply to tomorrow? I know we sort of asked this question, but what did you learn from tonight's race that as you said, as you look forward to tomorrow's pro race?
It's like qualifying lines, maybe. I'm not sure how close it'll be to the night, but not sure if it'll get that slick for the feature tomorrow. But if it does, we'll have some good practice at it from tonight. So we'll just take that and hopefully have a good run tomorrow.
All right, talk us through those final probably handful of laps and more importantly those last 2 laps because you guys were 3 wide for probably a good lap and a half.
Yeah, it was a good race. I just got stuck. I hit the wall in 1 and 2 and got a little tight, and then Hayden slid me and I crossed him back over. I thought I was gonna get back to the lead there going into 1 on the last lap. I kind of got into Hayden a little bit and screwed both of us up, so sucks.
No, buddy. Well, look, second place finish here tonight at Limaland. Good luck for the Pro Series tomorrow night. Zach, before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, just thank all the guys at Select Sim Sport. Thank my sponsors, Speed Connection, Big Al's Guns, Bighorn Taxidermy, Oliver Livestock. Thank Down Under Graphics for the paint. Thank you for the broadcast. Thanks, Steve, for putting on the league. And Bobby Hunch for putting up the money for us to race every week. So, thank you.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Mcswain home in second place. Chris, you're standing by to round out that podium with Haydn Cobwell.
Now, Hayden, another consistent finish for you tonight. Third place. That last 2 or 3, 4 laps got kind of wild there, didn't it?
Yeah, I felt like, Slick in general gave one away. I feel like we could have swept the night in all 4 divisions. Mcswain just got the ball there a little bit, and I felt like it'd be the best if I tried to slide him in. We got the slide in there, and we made a little contact on the front straightaway. Just let Wilson get by us, it is what it is. Glad to come home with a third again and make a little bit more cash.
That's it. These cash races, we got some of the best sponsors here, helping put up some cash for you guys. It's got to make you guys feel a little good, have somebody throwing money at you.
Oh, 100%. It's a blast to just come out here on a Sunday night for us and, just enjoy ourselves, race with the guys that we enjoy racing with, the relationships and stuff that we've made on this game, it's unbelievable, just come here and have fun, it means a lot.
Oh, you're coming off a pretty good week last week. You picked up the national win and, third place finish tonight. What do you, with our schedule running, concurrent with the national series, do you learn a lot running these tracks the night before the national series?
Yeah, it definitely helps out. This is basically our test for tomorrow, basically. I really don't do too much testing throughout the week. I just don't really have the time to. So, we'll get on here every Sunday night and, put something together and just work on it for tomorrow. So, yeah, it definitely helps a lot.
All right, now I know you got some people you want to give thanks to.
Oh, yeah, just all the guys at Slick Sim Sport for all the help. Hauser with the setup, I was behind there in the warm-up, he hooked us up. Hey, we gave one away. And thank Down on Graphics, Show Broker for the sick rap, Jason Webb Bryson, and Vanderbilt Race Cars, and you guys for the broadcast once again, and Stephen with the league. Thank you.
All right, that is your third place finisher, Haydn Cardwell, tonight here at Limaland.
Wow. Where do we begin on this one, Chris? Again, another fantastic sort of last 5 to 10 laps and another fantastic race coming to the checkers.
All of these races have been outright bonkers tonight, and I am loving every second of it.
Well, that's going to wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV for what is the third race here at the Hunts Nationals. It is the DirtFan.com Super Late Models. Up next is the 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Looking forward to that one. But Chris, we know you're going to head off after this one. So thank you again for your contribution here with obviously World of Thunder Racing League, but of course on Ultimate Dirt TV to cover 3 races here on the Sunday night. Normally you do 4, but you're up early tomorrow morning, so we'll let you have a bit of a sleep in, and we'll let you.
I'll be watching the next race while I'm laying in bed. So it takes me a while to fall asleep, but I'll be watching you guys.
All right. Well, again, big thanks to, of course, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, and Loud Pedal Productions. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, on behalf of Chris Dunn and myself, it's Brett Wheeler. Not saying goodbye, it's we'll see you soon in about 40 minutes' time for the Loud Pedal Productions 410 Winged Sprint Car Series.